Hello everyone, in this video we're gonna learn how to evaluate the values of the expressions and the functions. Alright, so before we're gonna evaluate the value of expression and the functions, we need to understand the order of operations. In order to do that, we need to know the PEMDAS rules. So P stands for parentheses, E stands for exponents, M stands for multiply, D stands for divide, A stands for add, and S stands for subtract. Alright, so from left to right, we need to do parentheses, exponent, multiplication, division. Now, multiplication and division, they have the same priority. Alright, so which one go first? You're going to do that first. So for example, multiplication and division, they appears at the same time. So from left to right, multiplication appears first. You need to do multiplication and then division. And then addition and subtraction, they have the same priority too. So you're going to do addition if addition appears first. Or subtraction, if subtraction appears first, you're going to do subtraction first. Alright, now the first example, h plus 8 minus 9j minus h. So before we're going to substitute the value into this expression, we need to simplify if possible. So I look at this one, I see that h right here and negative h right here cancel out, right? I only have 8 minus 9j, right? But j equals 5, so I substitute 8 minus 9 times 5. Alright, so I look at the PEMDAS rule right here. I need to do multiplication first, right? So it could be 8 minus 45. And 8 minus 45 is going to be negative 37, right? Now, the second one right here. So we look at this one, we see that z and negative z cancel out. So we don't have to worry about z, right? Now, y squared is going to be negative 2. So don't forget parentheses. So you put negative 2 all together, square like this, plus 8. Now, look at the PEMDAS rule right here. We need to do something inside parentheses. So inside parentheses, we have the exponent. We're going to square this one. So negative 2 squared is going to be 4, right? Keep in mind, the negative numbers raised to the even power always positive, right? Now this one plus 8. So 4 plus 8 equals 12. Now question number 3. S equals 10, y equals negative 3. We're going to substitute into this expression. So it's going to be absolute value of negative 3 plus absolute value of negative 3 minus 10. Alright. Absolute value of negative 3, which means 3. Keep in mind, absolute value of a negative number is positive number, so it could be 3. Absolute value of a positive number is itself, so it could be 3. Absolute value of 0 is going to be 0, right? So this guy equals 3. Now, negative 3 minus 10 is going to be absolute value of negative 13, right? So this guy equals 3 plus absolute value of negative 13 is 13. So 13 plus 3 is going to be 16, alright? Now let's move on to question 4. We need to substitute s equals negative 9 and y equals 3 into this expression. So we have negative 9, don't forget parentheses, square. Negative 9 square minus parentheses negative 9, right? Minus parentheses negative 9 plus 3, alright? Now we need to deal with parentheses first, and then inside parentheses we have exponent right here. So negative 9 squared equals 81, right? Negative, two negative signs next to each other turns out to be positive. right? So this one plus 9. Now, this one right here, we need to deal with the parentheses first. So negative 9 plus 3 is going to be negative 6. So minus negative 6, right? 81 plus 9 is going to be 90. Two negative signs next to each other turns out to be positive. So it could be plus 6. 90 plus 6 is going to be 96, right? We use the triangle trick right here. Plus sign, minus, minus. Alright, so this triangle trick only applies for multiplication and division. So you have the negative side right here, negative side right here. So we have negative side multiply equals positive, right? So the answer must be plus 6, right? Now next one. X equals 5, y equals 4, right? So x equals 5, substitute with 5 minus parentheses 5 plus 4, absolute value of 5, right? And then we're going to simplify. Now, absolute value of 5 equals 5, right? So I need to rewrite 5 minus parentheses 5 plus 4 times 5, right? Now we look at the PEMDAS rule, so we need to deal with parentheses first. Inside parentheses, we have the multiplication, right? And addition, right? So multiplication goes first, and addition, we're going to do it later, right? So it's going to be equal to 5 minus parentheses 5 plus 4 times 5 equals 20, right? And then we need to deal with parentheses, right? 5 plus 20 is going to be 25. So 5 minus 25. 5 minus 25 is going to be negative 20, right? Now question number 6. Look at this one, we see that P minus P right here cancel out. So we don't need to worry about P anymore, right? We only have Q plus 9. So Q equals negative 1. So we have negative 1 plus 9 over 4. Negative 1 plus 9 is going to be 8. 8 divided by 4 is going to be 2, right? Now, this one, x equals 10, y equals negative 3. So, negative 3 times 10 minus absolute value of 6 times negative 3. Alright, negative 3 times 10 is going to be negative 30, right? Now, subtract 6 times negative 3 is going to be negative 18. Alright, now rewrite negative 30. We need to deal with the absolute value first, right? Subtract. Absolute value of negative 18 is going to be 18, right? Now keep in mind, the negative side right here come from here, okay? And negative 18 right here, when we take absolute value, it's going to be positive, right? So that's why we have this one. Now, negative 3 minus 18 is going to be negative 21. Alright. For this number h right here, we need to simplify first, right? So, r plus r is going to be 2r, right? So, I have p parentheses times 2r plus p plus q. Alright. Now, p equals 4. So, it could be 4 parentheses 2 times r equals 3, right? Substitute 3. Plus p equals 4, plus 4. Keep in mind, we have 2 parentheses right here. Plus q equals 2, so plus 2, right? Now, we need to deal with parentheses first, right? So, I have 4 times 2 times 3 equals 6. 6 plus 4 equals 10. So it could be 10 right here. Plus 2. Right? Now we need to deal with multiplication first. So 4 times 10 equals 40. 40 plus 2 is going to be 42. Right? Now question number 9. P minus P right here cancel out. Right? We only have m over 3. Right? So absolute value of m equals negative 9. So negative 9 divided by 3. right? So negative 9 divided by 3, we use the triangle trick right here. So we have the negative side right here, we have the positive side right here. So we have negative 9, which means negative side, so we cross this one out. We have 3, which means positive right here, we cross this one, so the answer is negative right here. So absolute value of negative 9 divided by 3 is going to be negative 3, right? Absolute value of negative 3 equals 3, right? Now, the last one. Absolute value of x minus 9y plus 2, where x equals 7 and y equals negative 3, right? So we substitute absolute value of x, which means absolute value of 7 minus 9 times negative 3 plus 2, right? Absolute value of 7 equals 7. Negative 9 times negative 3, we use the triangle trick, right? So we have negative side right here, and positive, right? So we have two negative sides, right? So we plot this one out. And we have a positive right here. So the answer is 9 times 3 equals 27 plus 27 plus 2. Alright? So 7 plus 27 plus 2 is going to be 36. Question number 1. F of n equals negative 3 over n minus 6 over 5. We need to find f of 0. Now, in order to find f of 0, we substitute 0 for n into this function right here. So we have f of 0 equals negative 3 over 2 times 0 minus 6 over 5. Right, so negative 3 over 2 times 0 is going to be 0. So the answer is negative 6 over 5. Right? Now question number 2. We substitute 1 for x squared. Right? So we have f of 1 equals negative 3 over 2 times 1 altogether square plus 4 over 5. Now simplify 1 square is going to be 1. 1 times negative 3 half is going to be negative 3 half plus 4 over 5. Right? Now in order to calculate this one, you need to use LCM. Right? So LCM, which means least common multiple of 2 and 5. So least common multiple of 2 and 5, which means 10. Right? So 10 divided by 2, we get 5, right? So we multiply the top and bottom by 5, right here. Now, 10 divided by 5 is going to be 2. So we're going to multiply the top and bottom by 2. Alright, so this one turns out to be negative 15 plus 4 times 2 equals 8. Divided by 10. Alright. Negative 15 plus 8 is going to be negative 7 over 10. Now question number 3. We have P of n equals 2n minus 1. Now we need to calculate P of 2 over 5. So we need to substitute 2 over 5 for n into this function, right? So we have 2 times 2 over 5 minus 1, right? Now 2 times 2 equals 4, so it could be 4 over 5 minus 1. Now 4 over 5 minus 1, we need to find LCM, right? LCM of these two right here, which means 5, right? So this one right here, I need to multiply the top and bottom by 5. So I'm going to end up with 4 minus 5 over 5, because 1 times 5 is going to be 5 right here. So 4 minus 5 is going to be negative 1 over 5. This is the answer, right? Now question number 4. We need to calculate f of negative 1/3, right? So we substitute negative 1/3 for x squared right here. Now be careful, the negative side right here. It's going to be negative side right here, I just rewrite, right? Now, in order to substitute this one for negative, in order to substitute negative 1/3 for s squared, I need to put parentheses. I put negative 1/3, close parentheses, square, like that. Keep that in mind. Minus 4 over 5, right? Now, negative 1/3 square is going to be 1 over 9, right? And then I have the negative sign in front of this one. I put negative sign right here. Minus 4 over 5. Now I need to find LCM of 9 and 5, which is 45, right? So the left hand side right here, I need to multiply the top and bottom by 5. The right hand side, I need to multiply the top and bottom by 9 to make the same denominator, right? So negative 1 times 5 is going to be negative 5. Negative 4 times 9 is going to be negative 36 over 45, right? Negative 5 minus 36 is going to be negative 41 over 45, right? Now question number 5. We have P of t equals t plus 5, right? Now we need to solve P of t minus 1, right? So we need to substitute t minus 1 for t right here, alright? So we have P of t minus 1 is going to be parentheses. Now whenever you see t, we substitute t minus 1, alright? And then plus 5 right here. Alright, so I remove the parentheses. I have t minus 1 plus 5, and it's going to be t plus 4, right? Because negative 1 plus 5 equals 4. Now question number 6. I need to calculate f of negative 1 minus n. So I substitute negative 1 minus n for n over here, right? So I have f of negative 1 minus n equals 4 times negative 1 minus n plus 2. Alright, now I need to simplify this one, so I just distribute this guy, right? Distribute. So I have 4 times negative 1 is going to be negative 4. 4 times negative n is going to be negative 4n. And then plus 2. Now I need to combine negative 4 plus 2. It's going to be negative 2 minus 4n. And this is the answer. Now question number 7. We need to calculate f of s minus 3. So we substitute s minus 3 for s over here, right? So we have f of s minus 3 equals 3. Now parentheses s, it turns out to be s minus 3. And then close parentheses, square right here, okay? And minus 3 right here. Alright. Now s minus 3, you need to apply the complete square formula. A minus b all together square equals a square minus 2ab plus b square, right? Where a is going to be s, b is going to be 3, and then the side right here is the side right here, okay? So we have 3 times a squared, which means s squared, right? Minus 2 times a, which means times s, times b, which means times 3, plus b squared, which means 9, right? Because 3 squared equals 9, minus 3, right? Now I need to simplify inside parentheses. So 3 times s squared minus negative 2 times 3 is negative 6s plus 9 minus 3. Now I need to distribute this one, right? So 3 times s squared, 3 times this, and 3 times this. So it could be 3x squared minus 18x plus 27 minus 3, right? So it could be 3x squared minus 18x, 27 minus 3 is going to be 24. So plus 24. Alright. Now, if you forget the complete square formula, you can apply the box method, right? So you just draw the box method right here. Okay, so we have s minus 3 squared. S minus 3 squared, which means s minus 3 times s minus 3. Right? So you just put s right here and then minus 3 right here. And then the other s minus 3 is going to be right here. Alright, so you just multiply this one out. S times s, it could be s squared. S times negative 3, it could be negative 3s. Negative 3 times s, it could be negative 3s. And negative 3 times negative 3, it could be 9. Right? So if you add this one up, it's going to be right here. Alright. Now, number 8. We need to calculate f of s over 4. Right? So we just substitute s over 4 for n right here. So we have f of s over 4 equals negative 3 times s over 4 and then plus 5, right? And then we just simplify. Negative 3 times s is going to be negative 3s over 4 plus 5, and that is the answer. Now question number 9. We need to calculate k of negative 7, right? We substitute negative 7 for a right here. So it could be k of negative 7 equals to 3 times negative 7 plus 1. Right? 3 times negative 7 is going to be negative 21 plus 1 is going to be negative 20. Right? Now question number 10. We need to calculate k of 8. So we substitute 8 for a right here. So we have this one equals parenthesis 8 squared minus 3 over 2. Alright, 8 squared equals 64 minus 3 over 2. Right, so 3 over 2, which means 1 half, right? So 64 subtract 1 half is going to be 62.5, right? Now question 11. We need to calculate k of negative 9 over 8, right? So k of negative 9 over 8 equals, we substitute negative 9 over 8 for s right here. So we have negative 9 over 8 altogether square plus 3.5, right? So the negative side square is going to be positive, right? 9 square is going to be 81. 8 square is going to be 64, right? Plus 3.5, right? Now we need to find LCM of 64 and 2, which means 64, right? So I need to multiply the second fraction by 32 over 32 right here. So I have 81 plus 3 times 32 is going to be 96 over 64, right? So 81 plus 96 is going to be 177 over 64. Now question 12. So we need to calculate f of negative 7 over 4. So this guy turns out to be 1 over 3 times absolute value of s. So which means absolute value of negative 7 over 4, right? And then, so it turns out to be 1 over 3. Absolute value of negative 7 over 4 is 7 over 4, right? Okay, so now you just multiply 1 times 7 equals 7. 3 times 4 equals 12. And this is the answer. Now, question number 13 right here. We need to calculate h of 4 minus a. So we substitute 4 minus a for a right here. Alright, so we have h of 4 minus a is absolute value of 2 times 4 minus a. Then plus 3, right? Minus 2. Alright, so we need to distribute this guy. So it turns out to be absolute value of 8 minus 2a plus 3 minus 2, right? And it's going to be 8 plus 3 is going to be 11 minus 2a minus 2. You can leave the answer like this, right? Because you don't know if the expression inside the absolute value right here is positive or negative. So you cannot remove the absolute value sign. Now question 14. We need to calculate W of negative 2n. So we substitute negative 2n for n right here, right? So be careful. So it can be absolute value of 2 I rewrite. Now n right here, I substitute negative 2n. Alright, so negative 2 times Alright, so 2 times negative 2 is going to be negative 4 absolute value n, right? Now, I can bring negative 4 outside by taking absolute value of negative 4, which is 4, right? And I only have n inside the absolute value. Now you just leave the answer like this because you don't know if n is positive or negative. Now question 16. We need to substitute 3s for s right here, right? So it's gonna be 3s minus 2 like that. Now question 15. We need to know a minus b q formula. It's gonna be a q minus 3a squared b plus 3ab squared minus bq, right? So we need to calculate k of 4 minus n. So it can be, and then you need to substitute 4 minus n for n right here and 4 minus n for n right here. Alright, so I have number 15 is going to be k of 4 minus n is parenthesis 4 minus n altogether q plus 4 minus n squared, right? Now I need to apply the formula right here, okay? So aq, which a equals 4, b equals n, right? So 4q, which means 64, minus 3 times a squared, which means 4 squared, times b, which means n, plus 3 times a, which means 4, times b squared, which means n squared. Keep in mind, the subtraction sign right here is from the formula right here. So b is n. Now minus b minus bq, b equals n. So it could be minus nq, right? Now this one right here, I need to apply the complete square formula right here. So it could be plus a squared, which means 4 squared equals 16, minus 2ab, so minus 2 times 4 times n, and then plus b squared, which means n squared, plus n squared. Alright, now I need to simplify this one. So 64 minus 4 square equals 16. 16 times 3 is going to be 48. So it's going to be negative 48. And 3 times 4 equals 12. So it's going to be 12 and square. Minus and cube. Plus 16. Now negative 2 times 4 is negative 8. And then plus and square. Now I need to combine like terms, right? So I need to rearrange this one. So negative n q. I need to write this one first. Negative n q. Now 12n square and n square right here. It turns out to be 13n square, right? Now negative 48. Now negative 48n and negative 8n right here. It's gonna be negative 56n. And the last one, 64 plus 16 is gonna be 80. Now let's move on to the next one. Evaluate the values of the following radical functions. Alright, so question number 1, evaluate g of negative 1. So you're going to substitute negative 1 for k into this function. So we have g of negative 1 equals 4 root of 2 times negative 1 plus 18, right? And then it's going to be 4 root of 2 times negative 1 is going to be negative 2. Negative 2 plus 18 is going to be 16, right? So I'm going to rewrite this one as 4 root of, now 16 I can write 2 power of 4, right? So I convert the radical into the exponent, right? So keep in mind, if you have the radical of m root of a power n, it turns out to be a power of n over m. Alright, the right go to the top, the left go to the bottom, so keep that in mind. So this guy turns out to be 2 power of 4 over 4. So 4 over 4 is the big one, so 2 power of 1 equals 2, right? Now question number 2. G of 4 is 4 root of 4 times 4, right? So it could be 4 root of 16. So it could be similar to this one. It could be 2, right? Now G of 5 is gonna be 4 root of 5 times 5 plus 56, right? So this one turns out to be 4 root of 5 times 5 is going to be 25. 25 plus 56 is going to be 81, right? So this one I just rewrite as 4 root of 3 power of 4, right? So it could be 3 power of 4 over 4. So it's going to be 3, right? Now question number 4. F of negative 2 is square root of 7 times negative 2 plus 95, right? Alright, so this guy turns out to be square root of 7 times negative 2 is going to be negative 14 plus 95 is going to be 81, right? So square root of 81 is going to be 9, right? Now question number 5, g of negative 1. So it could be g of negative 1 is square root of 4 times negative 1 plus 68, right? So 4 times negative 1 is going to be negative 4 plus 68 is going to be square root of 64, right? So this could be 8. Now f of negative 2 is square root of 7 times negative 2 plus 95, right? So 7 times negative 2 is going to be negative 14 plus 95 is going to be 81. So square root of 81 is going to be 9. Now question 7. F of negative 3 is square root of 8 times negative 3 plus 33, right? 8 times negative 3 is going to be negative 24. Negative 24 plus 33 is going to be 9. So square root of 9 is 3. Now the last one, h of negative 4 is cube root of 7 times negative 4, right? Plus 27. Now 7 times negative 4 is going to be negative 28 plus 27 is going to be negative 1. Cube root of negative 1 is going to be negative 1. And it's good time to stop. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember that if you failing to prepare, you're preparing to fail.
We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her